right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call line la Allah ain't know Yahweh by Shem El Shai by Shem Hara Kakradash. You want to give double honors to the apostle of great millstones who will teach well, and hearty shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. The title of this lesson is "Vain is the help of idols." All right, and the inspiration of this lesson comes from me reading Jeremiah, also from me getting better understanding of history by learning about the kings of Israel. Okay. This this website right here, I'm gonna post it in a group in the comment section of this video, right, on the live comment section. This helped me understand some more history, all right, in regards to where prophets were lined up at, under what king they prophesied in, and what specifically happened, all right, under the time of that king or during the time of that king. All right, the Bible tells us the specifics, and this website just sums it up. All right, I know Jake don't like to read all the time, and I'm a Jake. All right, I'm an Israelite man. All right, but nonetheless, use that website to get a better understanding of the kings of Israel. Right, so. Let me just jump right into it. It says, "Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in Yahweh our power is salvation of Israel." Okay. So these mountains and these hills, all right, they are representations of places where Jake went to idol worship. Okay. All right. And you can liken those mountains and those hills today to churches, the government. All right, these different gods that are set up around the world. You got Cesare Borgia, you got you have the 8-armed god Shiva, you got money, you got the woman, you got pride as a god. All right, you got Buddha, you got that Mecca cube, and the Muslim people be worshiping. Okay, and all these things, all right, and all those idols. None of those things can help you. All right, none of those things will help you. All right, so let's get a few of these words in this precept. All right, so the word vain right here, we got shakwara, shakwara. If I'm saying it right, Salaki if I'm not, right? But vain, all right, it says a lie, deception, a disappointment. Worshiping these idols is a disappointment, all right, because ultimately the land of Israel has been conquered by these other nations, all right, and we are not in that land, all right. And when reading in Jeremiah's time, when he was prophesying during the last 5 kings of Judah, all right, we had Josiah. Let's see, I got them written down. Where because I can't remember them all. We got Josiah, Jehoaz, Joachim, Joachim, and Zedekiah. All right, during the rule of those last 5 kings of Israel, Jerusalem was taken over by Nebuchadnezzar. All right, Josiah was the last good king. All right, but then the last 4 kings after him were wicked, and they all turned to idol worship, which ultimately was a disappointment because the Lord allowed Nebuchadnezzar to sack Jerusalem 3 times, all right, during the time of Joachim, Joachim, all right, and Zedekiah, right? And so it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment that we are not in the land because of what we did in our past lives, because of our forefathers, because of the kings of Israel, all right, and ultimately because the Lord set it up to be that way, all right? So we got here deception, what deceives or disappoints or betrays one, all right? And that's what these guys do. That's what these idols do, all right? Deceit, fraud, wrong, falsehood, lie, all right? Self-deceive, all right? Prophets, and those are idols too. You have people in the Bible, times of the kings, that listen to prophets that the Lord did not set up instead of the prophets that the Lord did set up, and it was to their detriment. Okay. All right. So that word again is shakwar. All right. Shah, and then you got the kwa and then the ra, shakwar. All right. If I'm saying it wrong, Salaki. All right. So we got here Where's the other word that I want to look up? It's help, but I don't see it. I'm gonna look up the word salvation. All right. All right. So it says here salvation, deliverance. Okay. Deliverance usually by Yahweh through human agency. So the Lord uses humans to help you out, and that's going to be a benefit to us in the time that we come into. Right. Salvation in the spiritual sense. All right. So deliverance, help. Here we go. Help. Let's look at this word help. It says, make it easy for someone to do something by offering one services or resources, improves, assist someone, all right, improve a situation, be a benefit of, all right, help someone, assist someone. It says, serve someone with food, that's a help. Let's see. All right, here we go. The action of helping someone to do something, assistance, all right. A person or a thing that helps. So Yahweh Shemashah is a helper or a helper. All right, did not our forefather King David rely on Yahweh as a helper for him? All right, and that's what we rely on Yahweh Shemashah for help. All right, because these idols that are set up, all right, around about us, and the idols that were set up in the midst of our forefathers, all right, because they took the gods of the other nations and brought them into the land of Israel, polluted the land of Israel. We're going to get one of the kings that did that, all right? It says, I'm going to read this again. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills. Shalom, sister Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah. All right, from the hills and from the multitude of mountains, all right? And then as we read in the times of the kings, and if we go up, which we're going to do, or in the previous chapter, you will see that the Lord explained that Israel went into every green pasture and every high place, all right, to go idol worship, right? But that was not what it is that we needed to do. Those things are evil in the eyes of the Lord. So here we go. We're gonna read this. This is faithless in Israel. So when it says Israel right here, all right, it's talking about the northern kingdom, okay? Because the northern kingdom went down before the southern kingdom went down. All right, the northern kingdom went down about 722, 721 BC under the Assyrians, right? So it says here. Yahweh said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king. All right, so this is talking. The Lord is talking to Jeremiah during the time of Josiah, right? So if we go back to Jeremiah 1, it'll say like the 13th year of Josiah, and that was around 627 BC. Let's see, right here. The days of Josiah, the king, the son of Amon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. So it's about 627 BC. All right. So some of those dates, when you look into things, like when you just Google stuff in regards to the time frames where the timelines where kings of Judah and Israel ruled, some dates are higher in years, and some dates are lower in years, right? So just about it's about that time frame, about 627 BC, right? And according to my Bible, all right, that one that I got, my study Bible I got. Let's see. So Josiah ruled from 640 BC to 629 BC. All right, so 13 years from 640 is about 27. All right, is about, okay. So let me go back. It says here, so this is talking about this is the Lord talking to Jeremiah in the time of Josiah about the northern kingdom. All right, hast thou seen which backsliding Israel have done? She is gone up upon every high mountain and upon every green and under every green tree, and there have played the harlot. So, all right, let's look at this chart that I was speaking about earlier, right? every king in Israel. When I say Israel, I mean the northern kingdom of Israel. All right, all the kings of Israel were evil. All right, this he was decent. Okay, all right, but all the kings of Israel were evil. So they all worship idols. They all did things contrary to the Lord. Right. So that's what it's saying. Every high mountain and every green tree, they all did wickedness, man. They all worship idols. So like it says, and I said after she had done all these things, turned thou unto me, but she returned not. So just as let me see. I got it written down. Just as there were prophets in the southern kingdom, there were prophets in the northern kingdom as well. That's how the Lord reached out to tell the northern kingdom to turn back unto him. All right, now I don't got it written down. I got the southern kingdom prophets written down. But there's plenty of websites you can just Google and see. Like, let me see. Let me go here. All right, here you go. Bang. All right. Let's see. I don't know what all this is. Let me not go here. All right, let's look at this one. You see this stuff, you can just just Google. All right, this is too much. I just want to see. Oh yeah, okay, this is too much. I just want to see like a line in the time that they prophesied under which kingdom. All right, let's see. Nope. Here we go. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, here we go. So you got Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. All right, the kings, and then the prophets. All right, so you got Amos, Jonah, and Hosea. All right, during Jonah's time, that Nineveh repented. All right, let's see. Is this a good one? Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, we can see it all. All right, you got Elisha and Elijah. All right, you got Amos, Jonah, and Hosea. All right, there was more, man. I know there was more, but nonetheless, all right. My point is that you can go and see what prophets the Lord had set up to teach Israel, specifically the northern kingdom, to turn back. All right, you can just Google that. Shalom, buddy. All right. Let me go back here. All right, so we know all the kings of Israel, the northern kingdom, did wicked in the eyes of the Lord, right? So it says here, so I'm gonna read this again, verse 3, verse 7. It says, "And I said, after she had done all these things, turned down unto me, but she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it." So Judah, Jake, monkey see, monkey do. All right, it says, "And I saw for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery," all right, which goes into the idol worship, all right, because that's all Israel did was commit wickedness, all right. It says, "I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce." And ultimately, the Lord had allowed the Assyrians to come through there and sack the land of Israel, right? The northern kingdom had separated the northern kingdom further from the Lord as far as taking them out of their portion of the land. All right, and that's what the Lord eventually did to Judah when he allowed Nebuchadnezzar to come through and sack the land of Jerusalem during the last time during King Zedekiah. Right, so it says, "Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also." Right, so you got kings of Judah that did the same thing, wickedness. Right, basically all they did was idol worship. All right. It says here, and it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. Idol worship, man. But there's no help in that. Okay. All right. And yet for all this, her treacherous sister Judah hath not turned unto me with her whole heart, but faintly saith Yahweh. All right. Let's look at that word faintly. I think it's like pretended to. All right. Oh, yep. Shaquar, like I was saying earlier. All right. So vain, the same word was vain, right? We opened up the word vain earlier, right? So with deceit and falsehood, they turn to the Lord because guess what? Ultimately, as the king, as the rules are, so are the people. Israel backslided. Well, no, the southern kingdom backslided because the people, the rulers set up uh, idols. All right, and one that I wanted to look at in particular was was it this one? No, it's not him. Oh, Ahaz. That's the one I wanted to look at. Okay, so it says here, king of idolatry, Ahaz. Right, this is one of the southern kingdom rulers. Right, this is one of the southern kingdom rulers. So I'm gonna read this right quick. It says King Ahaz devoted himself. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Shema. King Ahaz devoted himself to pagan worship and its associated evil, touring the nation, building shrines, and seeking the aid of every powerless religion he knew of, right? So powerless, right? I'm gonna just look up this word powerless right quick. It says without ability, influence, or power, right? It says, yep. So without ability. So these idols, these stocks, these woods, these things that Jake worships today and worshipped in our past life and our past time, they had no ability, man. Okay. All right. And it started with our rulers. All right. Ahaz was one of them, right? And then it goes back further than that. It goes back to Rehoboam and Jeroboam. But also you got Solomon. He did idol worship, right? Saul, he didn't do good in the eyes of the Lord because he disobeyed the Lord by not slaying all the Edomites. But the idol worship, all right here, Solomon did it, and then Rehoboam did it, Jeroboam did it. All right, going after things that have no that don't aid you, that don't do anything for you, right? He even sacrificed his own sons, burning them alive in a ritual to the idol Molech. As a result of his infidelity, Yahweh opposed Ahaz's administration, and during his 16-year reign, Judah lost the empire built by his grandfather King Uzziah and his father King Jotham. Suffered constant military raids by neighbors and even lost national sovereignty, becoming a vassal to Assyria. So, does idol worship help? No. All right. The Lord caused the Assyrians and these other nations to uh, come against Israel or come against Judah in this case, right? So turning to idols don't help you, man. All right. It says here, seeking the aid of powerless religion he knew of, right? So we can read here that it didn't help him. So it says here, let's see, 2 Kings 16 and 2. Well, 2 Kings 16, it might be lengthy, but we're gonna read some of it anyway. I don't want this to be long, but it is what it is. It's just to show you that idol worship don't help you, man. It's not gonna help our people. Did it say 16? I got two. Let me see. Yep, 2 Kings 16. So, believing in Israeli Borgia and taking this C hip that's going to be coming out soon is not going to help you. The Lord's just going to destroy you for taking it. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna just read some of it. All right, it says in the 17th year of Pekah, the son of Remelah, Ahaz, the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. 20 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign, and reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and did not that which was right in the eyes of Yahweh, his power like his father David, but he walked in the ways of kings of Israel, yea, and made his sons to pass through the fire according to the abominations of the heathen, whom Yahweh cast out from before the land of Israel. Right. So just as this tidbit was saying, right? It says, and he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places and on the hills and under every green tree. Just as we were reading in Jeremiah the third chapter. Let me go right there. All right, so we're gonna go back down here, right, where it says, truly in Jeremiah 3:23, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from hills and from the multitude of mountains. Right? Did it not say that he was in high places and on the hills and every under green and under every green tree? It did say that. So it said, then King Rezin, king of Syria, and Pekah, king son of Rimlah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war, and they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him because the Lord was with him, right? And the Lord promised unto King David that a man from his seed line would basically continue to rule in the seat of Judah, right? But as it has said here, that the nations that were around about him came up against them because of the idol worship, right? So idol worship is not going to help you, right? It says at that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria and drave the Jews from Elath, and the Syrians came to Elath, and they dwelt there unto this day. All right, I gotta read some more on that. I'm not sure what all that's talking about, but nonetheless, you can see, all right, that the idols of the world won't help you, man. All right, the Lord's going to send your enemies against you and war against you and hard times against you if you walk contrary to the Lord, man. All right. So let me see. Was there something else I wanted to do? Let me read this. It says, on one occasion, Israel invaded Judah and took 200,000 wives and children of Judah's warriors to be slaves. The Lord, unwilling to abandon Judah in spite of Ahaz's commitment to evil, sent the prophet to meet the conquering army, threatening them with Yahweh's anger for kidnapping their brothers' families, alarmed the Israelites. This is the northern kingdom, all right? The northern kingdom, all right, escorted the captives back to Jericho, where their husbands and fathers could recover them, even giving supplies and medical care to all who needed them. Yet, in spite of this act of compassion prompted by Yahweh, he has refused to trust in Yahweh. All right, so just understand and know from this that the idols of this world and the things that's going to be set up, they're not going to provide you any help. All right. The Lord is the one that's going to help us. So I want to read this right quick and let's see, let me put it up here. Put it right here so you can be able to see it. Oh man, let's see. All right, this is Jeremiah 3:23 in the GNT, right? It says, we were not helped at all by our pagan worship on the hilltops. Help for Israel comes only from Yahweh. All All right. So with salvation, deliverance, being able to overcome our enemies and overcome ourselves, it all comes from the Lord. But idol worshiping is not going to get you anywhere. All right. Idol worship is going to cause you to be destroyed. It's going to cause your people to be destroyed, those that, live up under your household, because the kings that had ruled in Israel, all right, they had a household. Their household consisted of the people of Israel, whether it be northern kingdom or southern kingdom, all right. And those rulers called the people, all right. In this case, we were reading on Ahaz. He toward the nations, setting up shrines of the religion that he worshiped, all right. And the people took after him, right. And they all suffered the same fate in a sense by being put to death, all right, or by being destroyed later on. And look at the land of Israel; it was destroyed. All right, Zedekiah under Zedekiah, he was the last king that was destroyed under, completely obliterated under. So I want to show y'all some of this that's on here as well. Way past the time limit that I wanted to do this lesson in, but it's basically showing you what these kings did, right? Sacrificing a kid to an idol, right? As the scripture said he did, right? The divided kingdom to Judah and Israel, all right? And it's the king Rezin and then Pekah came against Judah because of his wickedness, right? Why didn't he turn to his gods? Why didn't his idol gods help him? Because there was no help that came from him, right? So this is just a map, all right? It's showing you, hey, in this map, Assyria, they ruled all of this right here. You got the land of Israel right here, Samaria. All right, they were under, at this time, look, they were under occupancy of Assyria, right? And then you got Judah down here. All right, Israelite territories lost. All right, look, okay, the war that we read about. This has this website. I put it up here I put it here. Here it is right here. Got a lot of good information, help you understand and read what's going on during the time of the prophets and what prophet was where during what king that ruled. All right. This got a lot of good stuff. What is idolatry? Worship of idols or images. Straight cut to the point. All right, that's idolatry. And that's what our people have suffered from, and that's what our people are suffering from now because they refuse to turn to the Lord, but the Lord going to destroy them, man. You don't want to be a part of that. All right. So use this website to get some more information to help you study. All right, it's here. And I'll post it again. Let me see. I'll post it again. So it can be copied and pasted so nobody has to type it. And Lord Williams edified. And to the next time, Shalom. And the Wadi Abba Shema Shai for y'all being here listening. And Shalom Abba Shema Shai Barakatham to you all. Shalom. And there goes the website again. Shalom, Shalom.